Hey everybody, welcome back to Row Country. Welcome if you're new. If you're looking for a pine cone craft idea, I've got one for you. Stay tuned. Okay everybody, grab your pine cones because I've got a really cute Christmas pine cone craft idea for you. Just using some white paint, some glitter, one of these little garlands, and even some lights, guys. So bear with me here. This is a terrible view, but it's going to clear up really quick. I'm using some of these tiny little pearls from the Dollar Tree, and all I'm doing is taking some hot glue on the edges of my pine cone, and I'm just dropping those pearls down into that hot glue, and I'm going to do that randomly around the pine cone all the way from the top down to the bottom. And it's just going to take you a few moments. I really suggest using just a tweezer, and then you'll wind up with something that looks like this. And I apologize again for that terrible view there in the beginning, but guys, look how cute that is. And all I did was used Dollar Tree pearls. They're the teeny tiny ones, hot glue like I mentioned, and just drop those down on there. And then I did let this sit aside and let that really cure, because the next part I wanted to be sure that as I was doing this I didn't lose any of my pearls. So this is a great project if you have some paint that you're getting down to the bottom of your bottle, like I am with my Waverly white chalk paint. I just took a little bit on this pouncer or stencil brush from the Dollar Tree, loaded up that brush, dropped some of it back onto my wax paper, and then I just started covering my pine cone. So what this is going to do is give you a snowy effect on this pine cone, but those little pearls do not get lost. And guys, even this right here is really, really cute. But I decided to just keep going. You can decide for yourself how much or how little of that paint you want to add to your pine cone, but it's really coming together really, really quick. Now, I was able to pick up this garland at Dollar Tree in the fall season. I never found the Christmas ones, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is bring in some of my crimson chalk paint with that same stipple brush or stencil brush from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to hit the berries. It doesn't matter if you get any of the vine part. Just cover your berries as best as you can. I'm hitting the orange and also the burgundy color ones because I wanted to really tone down the burgundy but give everything a more cohesive look in terms of the color. So here's what it ends up looking like. So it takes a lot of the shine off of these, and that's exactly what I was looking for. Now guys, what's a little Christmas tree without some lights? So I'm using these Dollar Tree copper wire lights, and I love these for this craft. The copper wire really does disappear into this pine cone. If you're wondering about this pine cone, guys, this is a pine cone that I picked up last year in a bag of scented pine cones, and the scent was gone from it. So I decided to keep that bag, and I'm using some of these this year in my craft ideas, I guess, or my decor for Christmas. I love adding a little bit of essential oil back to these and just filling a bowl with them. But all I did was wrap those wires through the pine cone just like you would with a Christmas tree. And look what it looks like in the darker setting. Oh my gosh. I just love anything that lights up, especially at Christmas time. These Dollar Tree copper wire lights are the perfect thing to use for this pine cone. I will try to have a measurement in the description box for you, just so you know exactly how big this pine cone is. The next thing I did was layer up my berries, just like you would do with your Christmas tree. You put on your lights, and then you put on your ribbons and things of that nature before you go ahead and add your ornaments. This tree is not going to have ornaments, but the berries themselves serve as the decor on this rustic farmhouse little pine cone Christmas tree, and I just think it's so, so cute. I am loving the way that this is turning out, but we are going to have to give it a top because, of course, Christmas trees need to have a top, at least a star upon them for the Christmas season. Don't you agree? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. So again, bringing in this Waverly white chalk paint, I'm also going to bring in a little bit of Mod Podge. I'm going to mix the two together. You've seen me do this before in other DIYs. I'm going to put down some Mod Podge and then start adding in some of my paint, and I do that to save myself a step. And I really recommend doing this because when you're going to use glitter on an entire piece, it's better to do 2 steps in one. Mix your paint and your Mod Podge together. That gives you the color that you want, and it also gives you the glue part that you need for your glitter to stick. Mix it all together and just pounce that color onto these gold stars. Now, if gold was something you were going for, you could definitely leave these just like they are. I'm not. I'm really looking more for that rustic with the pops of white, and so I wanted to really paint these up in the white color, and then we'll just drop some of this glitter. This is the diamond glitter from Walmart. It was $1 something, you know, a few years ago, and I still have this big container of it. I love using it, especially at Christmas time. I love my glitter. We're just going to drop that on there and let that set up before we drop off the rest of the glitter and move on to the next step. Okay guys, so these came from the Dollar Tree, and these are the wooden stickers. I took the little sticker piece off the back of each of these, and I'm just dropping some hot glue onto the back of one of them, and then I'm going to turn it into a star sandwich so that the stars meet up correctly on both sides. And I'm just going to squeeze it together to make sure that my hot glue is nice and distributed throughout this. I did not hit the edges of this. Going back, I may decide to do that later, but for now, for the video, I opted not to. And all I'm doing is going to take some hot glue and go ahead and attach this to the top so that the light at the top of this little tree lights up the star. And oh my gosh, you guys, it just turns out so cute. I'm really pleased with this. This was a super quick DIY that you can do yourself, put together for maybe a tiered tray or maybe something that you want to put onto your coffee bar. Now, this is a piece of wood that just came from my yard. My son took it downstairs and used a chop saw and chopped that little round off for me. And that is how I'm going to display this little tree. I just think it gives it such a rustic country farmhouse look, just like it is. And you guys, I'm just over the moon with this. What a simple little DIY that anybody can do, and it will add such an impact, like I said, to your tiered tray, to a display on maybe a little shelf. You could put this on your coffee bar for the Christmas season. It is just so cute, and I love the lights. I'll probably display it in a similar fashion to this. But I really hope that you liked today's video. Guys, this is a part of the Row Country 25 Days of Christmas, and I really hope that you'll let me know in the comments below what you thought of today's video. Please give me a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so by hitting that button down below. And while you're here, go ahead and watch another video. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, bye!